guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tamara here, and on my channel I help you guys grow. Do y'all see how ashy my hands are? Lord. I help you grow with real talk and a side of laughter. If it's your first time here, hello. If you are not a newcomer, welcome back. So guys, as you guys can see in the title and the thumbnail, I'm getting ready to talk about some things. I want to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it with my chest and I want to get it off my chest. So first things first, I'm super excited because I've gained this momentum. I'm back on my channel a little bit more. As you guys can see, I've been posting a lot more. I feel better about that because at one point I was struggling with where I fit back on my own channel after I took a break. Now I'm back and I'm ready. I have a lot of ideas that I'm actually holding myself accountable to. And so, yeah. First thing I want to talk about, and this is a rant. So if you aren't here for the rant, go ahead and fast forward to the next part. But if you want to hear about what's been on my chest, I'm about to say it. First things first, I have noticed this a lot, even before I became an influencer, but I think it's bothering me even more now because I have personally have experienced it. And when it first started, I had to learn how to deal with it. And what I'm talking about is bullies on the internet. And trolls and just people, just perpetrators just out here literally just miserable and just wanting to say negative things on everything. And people always say, don't address them. It's not even about addressing them. It's about just stating the facts and talking about it. I feel like me as an influencer, if I don't speak out on some of the crazy things I've seen, I feel like I wouldn't be true to myself. And I've seen other influencers do the same. Sometimes you just have to pause and address it. And I get tired of it because honestly, I don't understand why you would take energy out of your own day to go onto someone else's post. You don't like the post, you don't like the content, you don't like the picture, whatever it is, and you take time out of your day to go and comment and say you don't like it, or I don't understand this, or this is stupid, or she's ugly, or whatever it is that you're saying. For me, I feel like that's a waste of time. Do you know how many things I see on social media that I don't like or don't agree with? I don't have to speak on it every time. I mean, the Bible says only a fool speaks their mind all the time. Like, why are we doing this? Why are you constantly feeling the need to say something negative on everything? I've had some people say some really ugly things on my page. And it's so funny how God will take you through the journey, because before I started my YouTube channel, actually God had taken me through a journey of self-love and confidence. And so by the time this started happening, I mean, some of the comments hurt, but I didn't wear that on my sleeve. I didn't take ownership of the negative comments. Whereas the old Tam would have did that. So when I see it being done to other content creators, ones who have bigger channels than me, some who have smaller channels than me, even when I just see people on social media in general, and I see people just dragging them or just saying really ugly things, it really irritates me because I'm like, what do you gain out of this? Just recently, I had a reel on Instagram that is currently going viral, and it was about me on my it's me celebrating my 32nd birthday, and someone commented and was like, 32, definitely looking more like 52 to me. And I laughed at it because I was like, really? I clearly don't look 52. Now, if I was dressed like Miss Jenkins, even when I'm dressed as Miss Jenkins, a lot of people know it's a joke because I don't have wrinkles. I got braces. They can tell that I'm just a younger person playing an older person. But I laughed at it. And then someone else commented like 2 days later and was like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And I was talking to my husband about it, and we were just talking. I was like, what do people get out of that? Like, what is the point in that? And I'm glad that I am confident enough to be like, okay, whatever. But there are some people who are not. There are comments like that make people have suicidal thoughts. They hate themselves. They don't like themselves. And some people say, well, you just got to have tough skin for that kind of stuff. That's not true. Everybody's not made to have tough skin. Some people just want to share what they love. They're not out here looking for people to be rude and ugly to them. And someone else had made a post about this, but we're seeing so many suicides that's happening. People are not happy. And you never know what someone is going through. So for you to take your time to get on someone's video and post something negative, it's disgusting. And I'm going to speak to every person who may watch this video and you do things like that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. There is nothing cool about that at all. For you to get on someone's post and say something negative and say something ugly is not okay. And you need to stop it. And you need to take a step back and ask yourself, what am I so upset about that I need to come on someone else's post and be ugly? Just like my girl Tabitha Brown say, if you ain't having a good day, don't you go messing up somebody else's. Okay? We don't have time for that. That part of my rant is over. The other portion that I wanted to talk about is, guys, self-love as a whole. I am truly starting to understand what that means for me. And it has been eye-opening. I have truly learned to love myself in all of my flaws. I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. My sons love laying all over me. They say I'm soft and fluffy, okay? And I laugh because they're part of the reason why I'm so fluffy. Because before them, I ain't have all this stomach, but it's here now, and ain't nothing we gonna do about it till I get myself together and lose this weight. But until then, it is what it is. And I laugh because they like to rub on my stomach and, do all kind of stuff. And the other day, y'all, Carson literally slid his finger in one of my rolls on my side, just slid it in there. And I laughed because I was just like, if I was insecure, I'd be like, oh, it's just funny because kids literally, they're so honest. And I laughed about it, and it just I love every part of me. I'm not pleased with things. I'm looking at myself saying, man, I've gained so much weight, but I still love myself. And self-love is more than just looking in the mirror going, you're beautiful. I love you. You're confident. I mean, that's part of it, but self-love is also allowing yourself to feel what you feel. Give yourself boundaries for people and give yourself space that you need, taking the time that you need for certain things. That's important. That's beyond important. And that's part of self-love as well. Taking care of your body, that's self-love. It's not always about the cliche things we think about. Oh, today I went to get coffee and I went on a spa day. It's more than that. That's just that's one level of it. But being able to say, you know what? I've had a rough day. I'm not going to do the things that I said I was going to do today. I'm actually going to take a break and love on myself today. I'm going to relax. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what? Self-love can be tough love. Sis, bro, you ain't been doing nothing all day. You've been in this bed. Your breath stank. You need to take a shower. Get up. That's self-love too. So I'm really in that space right now. And I think that's what's been helping me push through so many hardships and so many stressors that I've been dealing with. And I'm not saying it's all perfect over here. I'm not saying that it's all good, but I am saying that because I've learned how to truly love myself and I'm still learning ways to love myself, it has helped me tremendously. Because in a darker time where I hated myself, it was not beneficial for me or anybody that was around me, because if I'm stressed out, if I'm going through all these things, and then on top of that, I'm dealing with hatred for myself, what good is that going to be for anybody? It's not. The next part of my rant that I wanted to talk about was people pleasing. Okay. And I wanted to talk about this because I have dealt with people pleasing pretty much all my life until about 2 years ago, when I really started to understand that people gonna find a reason to be upset with you whether you do for them or not. When I really understood that trying to please everybody was unrealistic and it was toxic. And when I realized that my value was not based upon whether I could please someone or not, that was very hard for me to grasp, because for me, I felt like if I could do for you, if I could be what you needed me to be, then I had value for you and value as a person. And I had to understand, and it took me a while. I usually say it very quickly, but I didn't understand this quickly. It took me a while to fully understand that. And I thought that I was kind of over that part of myself until I had an incident happen recently where there was a misunderstanding. I won't even say it was a misunderstanding. There was just a situation that took place that made others around me feel uncomfortable. And I technically had nothing to do with it, but I felt responsible because I was in the midst of it. And so I really had to check myself, because I found myself feeling like I needed to do, well, I got to fix this. I got to make sure they understand, and I got to do. And I really started panicking, and y'all, my heart was racing. I was getting nauseated. I was like, oh, what did I do wrong? And even now, I have the situation that I'm dealing with. Even right now, like literally right now as we speak, I'm overanalyzing a situation thinking, did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? But no. And I literally had to ask my mom to come in the room and help me process it, because I was just like, yeah, this is stressing me out. And I suggest that you do that, guys. When you're going through something, you need to find someone that you can process something through. Hey, get them to help you break this down. Why is this affecting me like it is? Why is this bothering me? And if you don't have someone, I would say get a journal and write every piece down, everything you're feeling, and help yourself process through it. But I'm grateful for my mom, because she helped me break it down. And I realized that because this particular situation was centered around a root that had not been dealt with yet, it felt like I almost had never gotten over the people pleasing part of myself. And it was a struggle. But like I said before, guys, you are valuable whether you can do for someone or not. Your value is not based upon how good of a friend you are, how good of a wife or sister or mother you are, coworker you are, employee you are. You are valuable just because you're a child of the King, period. You were made in his image, period. Your value isn't based upon what you can give someone. And once that clicks for you, that toxic mindset of I got to be this to all people, I got to help everybody, I got to please everybody, I got to make everybody happy. Once that mindset is shifted out, you realize very quickly that I'm good regardless. If I am a villain in your story, it's because you made me a villain because I wasn't doing what you needed me to do. Just because I'm a villain in your story doesn't mean that I'm a villain. That just means that at the time where you needed me and I was unavailable, or I was not willing to, you sought me out to be someone who wasn't what you wanted or needed at the time. But that doesn't make me a villain. And we have to understand that. So over with my rant. But to the last part of what I was saying was, I was doing a devotion today, and it really touched me because part of it was dealing with your heart check. How is your heart today? I think that's the name of the devotion on the Bible app. And it was basically talking about trusting God with your whole heart. And in that, one of the things they were saying was the scripture, I believe it's Proverbs 3, 5 through 7, I want to say. I could be wrong. Y'all in the comments, let me know. But it was basically saying the scripture, trust in the Lord with all your heart, all of your heart. And so they were saying the formula says the cost for 100%. It doesn't say you trust in God with 75% of your heart, and the other 25% of your heart you trust in yourself, or you trust in your job, or you trust in your finances, or whatever. Mm-mm. And when I thought about it, I was like, wow, because I don't feel like I have been trusting God with my whole heart. And one of the things they said that you could do to help you be accountable to that is seek godly counsel. Parents, pastor, small group, accountability groups that say, hey, like checking in, like, hey, what's going on? Because sometimes we think we got it all together and we don't want to reach out to anyone. We don't want to talk to anyone. And that's not always helpful. You got to have somebody who can say to you, hey, listen, we need to get this together. What's on the throne of your heart right now? Because right now it seems like you're putting all your energy into this relationship. You're putting all your energy into this job. You're putting all your energy into this business. And you're forgetting who's your number one source. And so that really touched me today. And I just wanted to share that on a higher note for you guys. Y'all know me. I'm going to keep it 100 always. But I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have watched to the end of this video, good for you. Thank you for sticking out with me. I appreciate your support. I love you guys. Listen, if you haven't already, if you're liking what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, turn it on so you can get all of my videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't forget, be you, be authentically you, and don't worry about trying to please nobody, because they're not trying to please you. All right. See y'all in the next video. Bye.